Alright guys, it is Kieran from Red Devil Weekly. We are back to preview Manchester United as they take on Leeds United at Old Trafford. Before we get into that, make sure you do leave all of your thoughts in the live chat if you're watching live. And if you're watching as a video, thank you so much, really do appreciate it. Leave all of your thoughts and predictions in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, what you guys are predicting going into these sort of big matches. So make sure you do leave your thoughts in the live chat, comment section or in the comment section down below if you're watching on the replay. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new around here, and leave a like if you haven't already if you do enjoy the content, and don't be afraid to let me know what you think of the content as well in the comment section down below. But we're in Leeds. Leeds is the team we're playing. 13th in the league, Leeds United, 17 points from their first 13 games. And I think we have to agree that they're not a bad side, especially going forward. They're a team that started off really well and are definitely a very exciting inclusion back into the Premier League. And their free-flowing attacking football is something that I think is going to trouble us tomorrow. I really do think it's going to trouble us, especially with our poor defensive record. But Dazza and Adam, thanks for joining as well. Really do appreciate it. Dazza says we can't do much worse than that banter club. Yeah, listen, I don't want to speak too much about Arsenal, but yeah, they are a sinking ship. They are sinking rapidly, I can tell you that right now. But luckily we aren't Arsenal. Luckily we are close to being in a title race, especially if we beat Leeds tomorrow. That'll put us up to 26 points and currently level with second place Tottenham Hotspur and Everton. So listen, are we in a title race? Are we not? Who knows? But all I know is that we're going in the right direction, and if we beat Leeds United, that will be cemented in my opinion. Welcome Kobe as well. Thanks for joining us. I'll be doing the Pepe celebration looking for Sifo. Yeah, where is Sifo? Where is he? I don't know. I can't find him. I'm sure he'll be watching the stream at some point. If he is, I feel bad. I almost feel bad for you, mate. I almost feel bad for you. And then I realised you were dancing, jumping about when you beat United that time. And that was the last time that you won. So it was probably good that Arsenal were celebrating so much when they beat us, because they got all the enjoyment they could out of that last win. So fair play to them. You have to give them props for that. But back to the Leeds United game. Back to this rivalry that we haven't seen in the Premier League, especially since 2004, 10 years earlier than 2014. The last time United played Leeds in the Premier League was 2004, and Leeds United haven't actually beaten a Manchester United side in the Premier League at Old Trafford. They've beaten us 3 times in the Premier League era at Elland Road, but never at Old Trafford. So there's some good omens for us. There really are some good omens coming into this game. But Leeds to be up for it. Marcelo Bielsa knows the importance of this. He says he's going to draw on the experience of past derbies in Argentina to try and inspire his players. But this is a massive game. You know, Leeds United have been waiting for this game for 16 odd years now. They've been waiting for this game for a long time. Don't you worry about that. And for them, it's pretty much their cup final. You know, Calvin Phillips has come out in an interview recently and said that, you know, the players know how important this game against Manchester United is. It's their game of the season, as he said. So they're going to be raw for it. And usually when that happens, you know, we struggle. We really do struggle. We rarely beat teams that turn up at Old Trafford, play like it's their cup final. We really struggle to beat those sort of teams. So hopefully that can change. And Owen says, has anyone seen Sifo? I haven't seen him. I don't know where he is. Kobe says, if Brighton win tomorrow, Arsenal are 16th. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But Leeds are a decent side though. I mean, if you look at the record they've got against top 6 sides, on the first day of the season, they set a marker. 4-3 against Liverpool. They lost 4-3, but they scored 3 goals at Anfield. And to be honest with you, they were pretty wasteful with some of the chances they had. They could have drawn that game easily. They should have got a result out of that game if it wasn't for a Mo Salah 90th minute winner. So Leeds are very good against these top sides. If you look at their other record, they drew 0-0 with Arsenal, who, I mean, arguably that's not a top side. They lost 3-1 to Chelsea, to be fair, so maybe my theory isn't correct. They lost 1-0 to Wolves as well. But they have fallen off a little bit since their start to the season. There's no doubt about that. But we know how good they are going forward. We know how good they can be going forward. And I think that's going to be their main threat, because defensively, they are absolutely all over the place. No doubt about it. That they've conceded more goals this season than they've scored. Conceded 22, conceded 23, scored 22. So because of the way they play and because they have no fear in the way they play, they leave so many spaces in behind, and that is music to our ears. And it should be music to every Manchester United fan's ears, because as we saw against Sheffield United, when there is space in behind, we can exploit it. And if we're clinical in front of goal, we should get the job done. I think Leeds are the team which are actually perfect to play, are actually perfect for us to play. But we have to defend well. If we don't defend well, it'll pretty much end up like the Leipzig game, where we had loads of chances in that second half to score goals, but they'd already scored 3, so it didn't matter. This game can't be the same as that Leipzig game. We have to defend strongly, we have to be resolute, and we have to do our job. And if we do, I think we'll have enough chances to score. I really do. I think if we defend properly, we will have enough chances to score. No doubt about that. But the defending properly bit is the thing that worries me a little bit, because obviously, we've seen how we've been defending, even against Sheffield. We conceded twice against Sheffield. One was an unforced error from Dean Henderson. The other one was a bit unlucky, Lindelof heading it onto McGoldrick's head. But still, again, crosses and set pieces and corners, we are awful at defending. Still, at this very moment, even though we've had so much time to correct that sort of stuff, we're still really poor from set pieces and corners. And I can't put my finger on it. I really, really can't. But I don't know if it's the zonal zone, if it's the zonal thing, I really don't know what it is, but we're just so poor from defending those situations. And I think Leeds will know that. Marcelo Bielsa will know that, and he'll be looking to exploit that 100%. Because he knows that, that's our main weakness. He'll know that if we defend well, they're going to struggle. If we defend well, they are going to struggle to win the game or get anything out of the game, because they leave so much in behind. And that is why I'm almost looking forward to this game. I'm always looking forward to Man United games these days. And also another big rivalry to look forward to. As a Man United fan myself, I'm only 19 years old, so I haven't actually witnessed, as a Manchester United fan, a Man United versus Leeds Premier League clash. I remember when Jermaine Beckford scored a goal from about 30 yards out in the League Cup, the FA Cup, to beat us 1-0 at Old Trafford. I remember that very vividly, but I haven't actually seen Manchester United and Leeds battle it out in the league, so that is going to be a very, very interesting watch for me, and it'll be a first, and maybe it'll be a first for some of you guys as well. Rich, thanks for joining as well, appreciate it. Rich, I'm so sorry I couldn't get on your stream yesterday, mate. The internet is a shambles. It was an absolute shambles, my friend. And I'm so sorry I couldn't get on, but I did check it out, and I do urge all of you guys to check it out as well. There's a channel on the screen right now, Rich Sports. Make sure you check out Rich Sports if you haven't already. Brilliant stuff on there. And check out this Leeds preview. Some brilliant guests on there. I think Tom was on there. I think another guy called Tom was on there as well. I can't remember his whole channel name or just name in general, but I just saw his name was Tom. So a few guests on there anyway. Great guests as always on Rich's channel. So make sure you do check it out if you haven't already. Matthew says Leeds will go for us, I reckon, 100%. Welcome, Matthew. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. He says Leeds will go for us, as I just read out. I don't know why I read that twice. But Leeds United, this is their game of the season. Calvin Phillips has come out in the interview and said all the players know that this is their game of the season. And playing for Leeds United are a lot of Leeds-based players, so they know what it means. You can kind of look at it from the Man United point of view and say there's a lot of Manchester-based players in our squad. You've got Rashford, Scott McTominay came through the academy, so there's a few of them there, Manchester base, who know what this rivalry means. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, of course, has played in numerous games against Leeds United, so that is one thing that hopefully we can rely on, is the players know how big this rivalry is to the fans, and the history of this rivalry as well, so important. And I'm expecting a good game. I'm really expecting a good game. LSR says 30 yards. You high, RedDevilWeekly. I don't know. He was in the box. As I said, I don't remember the game that vividly. Kobe says, I'm not going to be one of those fans that say they've been watching for years and say he's quality, but what I've seen, he looks good. Obviously, talking about his previous comment that I need to read out. He says, have you seen the rumours around Moses Caicedo? I have heard that United are in talks to sign him and that him and his agent will meet with Ed Woodward on Monday. I haven't heard that. Maybe if Tom comes on, who knows, we might see Tom. He'll obviously know a bit more about him, being a being someone who's a little bit more in the know. So if he does come on, we'll ask him that question. I'll make sure to ask him about Caicedo. But I have seen the rumours. I haven't seen him too much, to be fair. I haven't really seen how good he is. But we'll see. We'll have to watch YouTube. We'll have to watch some YouTube. And you guys can watch it. But make sure you watch it after the stream is done. Rich says, Leeds have a few gaps at the back. High-scoring game, maybe. I think it's on the cards, Rich. I think I agree. It's on the cards. A high-scoring game is on the cards. You know, Leeds are going to leave a lot of space in behind. We're ropey defensively. And Leeds attack very, very well. So I'm expecting us to concede. I think if we keep a clean sheet against Leeds, I will be astounded. Absolutely astounded if we do that. I wouldn't be surprised if we go behind. I wouldn't be surprised if we go behind at the very start of the game, because Leeds are going to come out of the trap feisty. Yeah, it's going to be tight. It's going to be really, really tight. But I think it's going to be a high scoring game. Owen says, I reckon that it'll be the highest scoring game of the season. Who knows? And Adam, I'm not high on Rabina. The beers are out. The beers are out, mate. Arsenal 1, Everton 2. The beers are out. Sam Skunderick, thanks for joining, really appreciate it. Mate, I was going to say make sure to check out your channel, but thanks for joining, mate. Appreciate it. If you do have a channel, then please do feel free to let us know, but I'm not sure if you do, but thanks for joining anyway. Really do appreciate it, Sam. Hopefully you're having a great day. Obviously here in the UK, bad news really. Bad news Bill's been on the TV, bad news Boris has been on the TV, putting everyone in London and the South East into Tier 4, which is frustrating. And obviously, you know, if you guys are in that sort of area and feeling a little bit down, hopefully, you know, this kind of chat about Manchester United, chatting about sports and all that good stuff, just having a laugh, hopefully that'll take your mind off it for at least an hour or so. Yeah, I know you're a United fan, Sam. Mate, if you're in here, you're obviously a United fan, and you're a legend for being here, Sam. Don't worry about that. You're an absolute legend. I remember you. Don't worry about that. I remember you. Coey says, this could be like Bournemouth's game last season when it was 5-2. I mean, if it's 5-2 in our favour, I love that. I mean, we haven't actually beaten a team by more than 4 goals in ages. Absolutely ages. But as we've been saying, there will be space in behind to exploit. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I think we will score. We will score. But it's about how many we score and how many Leeds score. If we defend properly, we will win this game. No problem at all. No problem at all. Iron Man, thanks for joining. Iron Man, appreciate it. Thank you for your service in the Marvel universe. He said, I can't believe how Arsenal beat us weeks ago. And tomorrow's game versus Leeds, we need to play the same lineup. Only one holding midfielder. Well, I would agree with you. Iron Man. One thing I would say is that in some ways in this game against Leeds, if we focus more on our defensive side and just let our attackers run free and do what they can do, then I think we'll get the job done. Because as I've been saying, if we do defend properly, if we do, you know, defend resolutely and, you know, not let Leeds have any easy goals or make any mistakes, I think we'll get through this game. I think we will, because, you know, you look at the way Leeds have been playing and their previous results. If we do defend well, they leak like a sieve. They leak goals like a sieve, I'm telling you. So if we defend well, we will get through this and we will get the 3 points and we will hopefully get into that top 4. Now, who thought that Manchester United might potentially be in the top 4 on Christmas Day, especially after the start we had? I didn't think that. Owen says, how about a beer for every own goal Arsenal scored this month? Yeah, well, I don't want to be drunk during the stream. I don't want to say anything I regret. I don't want to get drunk during the stream, so we'll leave that one. Football Crew Show, thanks for joining Football Crew Show as always. He says, Leeds tomorrow will be a tough game. It won't be a walk in the park. Perfect comment. Absolutely perfect comment. 100% agree with you. We cannot be underestimating this Leeds side. Even though their record, as I've just looked up now, isn't great against the top 6 sides. Going forward, they are very, very clinical. I mean, it looked like against Newcastle, they were just warming up for us. No doubt about it. 5-2 that game finished. They were warming up for us. They were warming up for us in that game. They're going to be on it. And they're going to be on it from the first whistle. And we're going to have to look out for that. By the way, guys, if you are new around here and if you haven't already, please do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new and enjoying the content. And if you are also new around here and haven't checked out any of the channels I usually shout out, which is Daz's Football Stand, Rich Sports, and anyone else that joins us, please do check them out all. Check them all out. And if you're watching on the replay as well and you've got this far, thank you so much for watching. If you want to leave your thoughts and predictions in the comment section down below, go ahead. I read every single comment, so if you are watching on the replay, let me know. And leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Kobe says, thoughts on Havertz? I haven't seen him play in the Bundesliga, but in the Premier League, he has been crap. Yeah, Havertz is not doing too well. I think he said himself that the Premier League is a massive step up from the Bundesliga. That's all I can say. I think, the Bundesliga is a different league. I'm not saying it's a bad league because it's produced some very, very good players. But the standard of the Premier League is higher, I think. But I'm not sure it's just the overall standard. I think it's just the intensity of it that Havertz is struggling to get to grips with, to be honest with you. But obviously, Dazza, being the Bayern Munich fan, will tell you a lot more about how good or how slow or how quick the Bundesliga is. I don't watch it week in, week out, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. So if you want to ask Dazza any questions, I'm sure I'd be happy to help. Yeah, I would be very drunk by now, Daz. I would. And speaking of which, I'm getting a bit thirsty. That's better. That's bitter. It's not bitter. That's better. It's actually lager. That was shocking, wasn't it? Kobe says Rafinha and Harrison's are the ones to watch. Rafinha is class. He is a class player. I've seen him when I've watched Leeds United play this year. He's a class player. And Harrison, Jack Harrison as well, another one to watch. They've got a few. Patrick Bamford as well. Patrick Bamford has got an eye for goal. I'm telling you, he is someone who's in good form right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if he does bag one at Old Trafford. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Former Middlesbrough player as well, as Daz will know. Obviously, he'll want to score at Old Trafford, no doubt about it. And he's in good form. He seems like the kind of guy who he doesn't need 3 or 4 chances. He only needs 1 or 2 chances and he will bag. And that is a thing that we don't want. We don't want Leeds United to score first, because if they score first, they can change their system. And Marcelo Bielsa is a master tactician. Don't get it twisted. There's no way you can sit on a bucket and not be a master tactician. You can't be the way Marcelo Bielsa is and not be a master tactician. So that guy is going to be looking to take us apart. I'm sure he's been spying on our training. I'm sure he's got the binoculars out. I'm sure everything like that's been going on. So we've got to be on it. We've got to be on it. But yeah, Daz, I'll have people on. Why not? Why not? On this Saturday evening. Let's get people on. I'll tell you what, before that, I'm going to give my score prediction and then we'll get people on and we can have a chat. Because usually I forget to give my score prediction. So I'll give my score prediction right now. Rich says De Gea will be in goal. Yeah, I think after the performance in midweek, I think it's safe to say David De Gea will be in goal. Lee Grant says Kobe. I'll tell you what, after that pick of picking Dean Henderson, who knows if Lee Grant plays. It'd be nice to see him back in the team just for his last hurrah maybe before he goes off in January. But if I had to predict a quick lineup, I think he will go back to the diamond. I don't think he'll be as free-flowing as the 4-3-3 that started against Sheffield United. I think he'll go with David De Gea in goal. I think he'll go with the same back 4. Unless obviously Shaw's back, in which case he might put Shaw back in, but I think probably we'll see Alex Telles in that left back spot. I think he'll go with Matic and McTominay as the midfield, as the kind of the double pivot. I think he'll then go with Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, and then I think we'll see Rashford and Martial up front together. Both of them seem in alright form. Both of them getting goals in their last game against Sheffield. And I tell you what, if they're in form, they're a massive asset to us. We saw Marcus Rashford's performance against Sheffield United. Absolutely superb he was on Thursday night. And if he can do the same thing against Leeds, that would be absolutely fantastic. So Marcus, if you're watching, just do the same thing that you did against Sheffield and we'll be absolutely fine. I mean, it's only up the road, Sheffield. It's only up the road from Leeds. So, mate, just pretend you're playing Sheffield. Just pretend you're playing Sheffield. I'm not sure if these headphones are still on, but if they are... Oh, Bear with. Right, are we back? We're back. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. I actually don't. It's annoying, but thank you for telling me. Appreciate you telling me, Football Crew Show. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate it. Hold on, let me just put. Let's tell when we're back. We're back. Anyway, right. Let's get the people on. Let's get the people on. I'm gonna turn it off. Owen says 4-3, Rashford, Brace, and God knows who else. Bruno. Hold on.
What the hell is going on here, lads?
The hell? Right, we're back now. Okay, let's get the invite in before we mess anything up. If it does do that again...
Testing, 1, 2, 3!
Hopefully it's back. Let's get it in the StreamYard. Let's get people on. And let's get some people talking. I do apologise, by the way. I don't know what's going on. I think it's my Bluetooth headphones. Every time they switch off and I turn them back on, it always does that. Rich goes with a 3-1 United win. I love that, Rich. Love that. I'd be delighted with that. I'd be absolutely delighted with that. I mean, any win, really, especially with where we are right now. A win probably puts us in the top 4 on 26 points. So if we do get a win, massive for our confidence, and a win at home. We've only won one game in the league at home all season, so we need that other win. We definitely need that other win. But we've got the man himself, the main man. We've got Daryl Johnson from Dazzler's Football Stand. Make sure you check out Dazzler's Football Stand if you haven't already. Great stuff on there. And I'm sure we'll be joined by some other people as we go through. But Dazza, great to have you on as always, my friend. What is your confidence levels going into this game? Because obviously Leeds United are a side who are very good going forward. They've got a decent reputation when they do play top 6 sides to be a handful. So especially going into our first game against them since 2004, they're going to be very much up for it. What are you expecting from this game against Leeds United?
2010, actually. They beat us in the FA Cup.
True. Okay, yeah, 2004 in the league. That's what I meant. 2004 in the league. Yep.
To be honest, at first I was probably going to go in with a bit of confidence, but you said that 5-2 win for them against Newcastle. They were just warming up really for us, and they were, they absolutely flashed them. Every shot was practically in. 25 shots. Not many teams have. There's not that many teams who've got 25 shots in one match in the Premier League, especially this season. So, that's quite a record to get 25 shots in one Premier League match. Is brilliant. Apart from Aston Villa got 27. And they still couldn't score. So Leeds actually did better with less shots than Villa did. But I don't know what it was. Newcastle aren't even that bad a team. That's the thing. Attacking wise, they're not that bad, and obviously they got 2 goals with. But the defence was just inexistent, really, was it? And our defence at times is a bit wonky. I thought we could have defended a bit better against Sheffield United. But at the end of the day, we got the job done, and I don't think Ole's going to stay with the same 4-3-3 formation, because he won't, put it that way. I want him to play the diamond, or if he is going to play the 4-3-3, keep the same front three, because we need players like Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood. If they manage to do it against Sheffield United, okay, I say Greenwood didn't really do that much in the game. He got nullified quite a bit. So if those 2 players, Martial and Rashford, can actually perform well at home, then we should be fine. But our home record is awful. I don't understand it. And Ollie comes out saying, if we had fans in the stadium, we'd win the games. Well, that's not the case. We had fans against us at West Ham United, and we won. So, all this stuff about, I understand you want fans back in the stadium. I think we all want to have fans back in the stadium because it makes a difference. But, you can't come out, you can't keep saying, fans would make a difference, we'd win if fans were in the stadium. Well, it's not down to the fans. It's not the fans' fault that we're not winning. It's your fault for getting the tactics wrong and for the players not playing brilliantly. And I'm not going to lie, despite us winning on Thursday night, I only gave Ollie a 5 because it wasn't a particularly great performance. But when we got the first goal, we got that leveller. We looked more comfortable. We started to pick up the pace a bit more. But we need to not have a slow start against Leeds United because if Leeds United get one early opportunity in front of goal, they will score it. And of course, you mentioned Patrick Bamford, as you know, brother lad. So, I don't think he's ever scored, apart from when he's playing at Leeds, I don't think he ever scored a Premier League goal for Chelsea or any other team, maybe one for Palace or something, but he never scored in the Premier League until this season. And obviously, Bielsa, the man who needs to learn English and needs to stop sitting on a bloody bucket because he looks like he's going to have a back in it half the time. I always think he's going to have a dump in that bucket at some point instead of going to the bog, But, it's a big game.
A bit weird.
It's a massive game. He's a tactician, as we know. Still don't think he deserves to be in the top 3 of the best FIFA Managers Award. I still don't understand how Hansi Flick didn't. I still don't understand how Jurgen Klopp won it ahead of Hansi Flick. I thought that was a disgrace. Bumford, as we call him, Patrick Bamford. In fairness, this season, he has scored a few goals. A lot of them have been pretty easy ones. Can't give him a chance in front of goal. We're going to have to nullify him. And, Maguire's going to have to be on his game. Lindelof's going to have to be on his game. And we're going to have to play as well as we have done away. Bring that away form to Old Trafford, and then we will actually perform better. Because the only game we've won this season at home, West Brom, that was because of a pen, which was retaken. Come on, we should be better than that at home. We weren't that bad at home last season, which is hilarious. But we weren't that bad at home last season.
True, yeah.
We're not up to the races, so I don't understand. But it's going to be a tough game. And obviously, with it being an intense rivalry, both teams are going to have a crack at it. Leeds are going to come for us. We're going to have to respond. If we go 1-0 down, we have to respond because they're going to try and if they score 1, they're going to score 2, and then they'll just try and defend it out because we know what Leeds are like on the attack. Very deadly at the minute. And so United on the break. We're good on the break, but there's times that we don't do enough in the final third. So we have to be spot on tomorrow in order to get the win because Leeds won't make it easy.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I think, obviously, if we brought our away form to Old Trafford, we'd be top of the league right now, 100%. I don't understand what it is about playing at Old Trafford. Maybe it's a lack of fans, but you think that last season, as you said, we were playing very, very well at Old Trafford. So I don't really know why.
Is that because we had the fans in the stadium? Because for me, I just think all this stuff about fans being in stadium, fans not being in stadium, is a load of balls, to be honest with you. Because there's teams that are winning without fans. Everton were winning games without fans. Nowadays, they're hardly winning games at home. Arsenal can't even win a game anyway. So, with or without fans, because they're just crap anyway. But I tell you what, if we were playing Arsenal this weekend, I would be saying we'd win by 3 or 4 goals, to be honest with you.
I'm sure.
But no, against Leeds, who are a much better side. I tell you what, that goal from Jack Harrison's got to be one of the goals of the season. He's absolutely rocketed it straight in. By the way, I just want to say, I think it was Corby in chat was mentioning Kai Havertz. Of course, I don't even need to say much more because you've already mentioned it anyway. You already mentioned the Bundesliga person. Kai Havertz is in the Bundesliga, was a very good player for Bayer Leverkusen. But yes, since he's gone to Chelsea, he's struggled. And I know people say that players in the Bundesliga, players who go to the Bundesliga won't do well in the Premier League. it's not always the case, though. Look at a certain Kevin De Bruyne. Now, although he started in the Premier League, right, he went on loan to Wolfsburg, played quite well there, went back to Manchester City, now the best centre attacker mid in the world alongside Bruno. So, you know, he's a quality player. And he became that player after being at Wolfsburg, because at first he wasn't that good. So it's not just, you know, people always say the Bundesliga is a crap league and stuff, and players are obviously going to do well in there, but players aren't going to do well in the Premier League. Lewandowski would probably, I mean, I don't think he'd tear up the Premier League, put it that way, but if he got the service required, like Havertz needs, Havertz is one of them players who is more of the creative player. He's more creative side. He tends to create more chances than he does scoring them.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's happened to them this season. Is it down to the tactics, or is it, or to be honest with you, he might even be playing in the wrong position. You know, because he's a full-on centre attacker mid.
Do you think it could be down to just the intensity of the Premier League? Do you think maybe there's a bit of a step up in intensity?
Yeah, definitely. Because the Premier League is a much different ball game. It's a tougher league than the Bundesliga. You know, we're talking about the toughest and the best league in the world. In fairness, I'm going to be honest with you. But I put it this way: if he was still in the Bundesliga this season, he'd struggle a lot more, because the Bundesliga this season has been tighter than ever. It's been a lot more tougher.
It has.
Yeah, I think the intensity of the Premier League, you know, the pressure gets on the players and stuff, and you know, I mean, he did. When did he join Chelsea? What, about 3-4 months ago, something like that. I think it was in the last window.
To be fair,
I can't even remember when it was now, because it wasn't when it normally is. So go ahead.
Apart from Mendy, I think most of Chelsea's signings haven't delivered.
Do you think that might be down to Frank Lampard?
Yes, but
Because I think that's what it could be down to.
Lampard literally loses 5-0. The media. Ole loses one game. All right, fam. Now it's time to come out. Fam, Ole should be sacked.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. I think, obviously, if you look at...
doing better than those banter boys in North London.
Oh, mate, yeah. Well, listen, I mean, to be fair, that most teams can say they're better than them, to be honest with you. I reckon Fulham right now are better than Arsenal. Rich says hopefully they're still awful before we play them.
Yeah.
I guarantee they get a new manager just for that game, and it's new manager bounce when they beat us. And Kobe can't wait to play Arsenal.
Whenever we play Arsenal, it's either a draw or a loss.
I know. Our record against Arsenal recently has been shocking, even at Old Trafford, which is...
Yeah, we don't have a good record against them. I don't understand why.
We used to have a good record against them at Old Trafford. Yeah. Last time we did was Jose Mourinho's...
2 games, I think, but...
Yeah, we've been beaten the last 2 times. I think in Jose Mourinho's second season was the last time we beat them.
Both been 2-0.
Exactly.
Go on. Got his passport now.
Oh yeah. Apparently Diallo's coming. Amad Diallo's. Amad Diallo's finally.
But...
Yeah. He, obviously, we signed him in. We signed him in the summer, but.
Is that the one from PSG?
No, that's
Bruges.
Atalanta.
Oh, Atalanta. Sorry, not Bruges. Yeah, Atalanta. What do I know? Eh? But.
Oh, Atalanta. Oh, right, yeah.
Does anyone still have a sneaky suspicion? Sorry, Daddy, you keep going.
No, don't worry, I've finished anyway. So.
Does anyone have a sneaky suspicion that Sancho... Obviously, Sancho isn't playing great. Yeah, I was just going to say, do you think he's a bit pissed off with Dortmund, and that's the reason he ain't playing well?
I mean, there are a lot of theories about that.
Nah, I don't think it'll be anything to do with the actual club.
I'm kind of glad we didn't sign him.
You know,
had he been played bad,
to be honest with you, this season,
would have said we've ruined
yes, well, put it this way: I don't think he scored a goal in the Bundesliga, mate. I don't think he scored a goal in the Bundesliga so far.
Yeah.
And Dortmund and you know, people always come out to me and say Dortmund are better than Bayern. Well, you've just lost 5-1 to Stuttgart. and 2-1 to Union. I mean,
Who were
come
recently
on.
promoted.
You know. No, Union weren't recently promoted. Stuttgart were recently promoted. Union survived last season. But, no, I don't know what
Union
happened
look
to
like a
Jadon
good
Sancho.
team.
You know, they are a good team, especially with Max Kruse. No, I don't understand what's happened in Sancho. Because when he first went to Dortmund, he was scoring goals, getting assists and was being a quality player for them. Everyone was hyping up.
I feel like
For me, I just
like
think
now
he could be a
he's
one-season wonder for them.
I feel like now he
I don't know
sort of
what's
set the
happened.
bar too high that when he doesn't perform what people expect him to, then they'll say what's happened to him.
Do you think, this is a question for, I guess either of you, do you think that if we had Jadon Sancho, our attack would be improved, especially with how he's playing right now?
Oh,
do you
yeah.
still think,
Yeah,
would you,
Oh, yeah.
if Jadon Sancho came available in January and we still had to pay 100 million,
Yeah.
would you buy him for 100 million?
Well, I'm not giving away.
I'm
only-
I wouldn't pay 100 million.
So how much would you pay for
mean-
Sancho now?
50 at the most, giving away his turn. He hasn't scored a
Like
single goal
Similian.
in the Bundesliga. He hasn't scored a single goal this season in the Bundes. So if he can't
only
score goals in the
player
Bundes, what chance
that
has he got
I'm
to score
willing
in the
to pay
Premier
100
League?
million for. Guys, do you know what Chelsea fans said when they signed Havertz? Gonna be better than Bruno.
They said, oh, they're going to... Well, I don't think that's very realistic. Oh?
Sorry, just playing around with that. No, it's, I don't know what just happened there, but we're back.
Listen, can I ask you both a question?
Go on, Al.
Have you ever seen a player to a club and just performed like Bruno has, or just changed the team like Bruno has?
Erling Haaland.
Yeah, it's a good shout. Good shout.
Erling
To be
Haaland.
fair,
Levan.
In the Premier
at
League.
Manchester United, I haven't
fair.
seen a player like that.
We don't care
Apart from,
about the blonde tall boy.
I think at Manchester United, I haven't seen a player have the sort of impact that Bruno Fernandes has had in age. I think you could say maybe when United signed Wayne Rooney, that probably had a similar impact. But obviously we were already good then. But yeah, Van Persie, good shout. Good shout. Goes with Eric Cantona as well. I wasn't obviously alive when that was all going on, but I've heard he was an amazing player. True,
He wasn't
yeah.
really kicked out at one of our fans. Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. But still, very technically gifted player, and
another
obviously
player.
signed
Another
from
player
Leeds United as well.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah, he was good at Leeds. I'll tell you one player who never played for Manchester United, but was... I know this is the United team, but I'm going into Bo at the minute. This is one player who made a humongous difference to the Borough side ever since he joined. Was a player who... Kieran might be familiar with him, but I don't think Adam will. Janino.
Oh, right, yeah.
Brazilian.
He was good.
Obviously, Ravanelli, Macaroni back in the UEFA Cup
I'm
days
a
as well.
private one tonight.
So there's been a few players all over the world, different teams that have made massive impacts. Lewandowski, ever since, he's now scored 251 Bundesliga goals. I don't think they're all for Bayern, but I think he's only scored 180 or something.
I'm saying
Hey,
now,
and people say Lewandowski
I
didn't
don't
deserve
think
the
there's any
best player in the
player
world award. He's just got
who is
2
better
goals
than-
today and won the game. Come
Yeah.
on.
what?
17 goals in
Listen.
17 goals in 12 games.
Ronaldo.
Who's breathing in the background?
And one thing that's interesting is that I bet you all it's their Dortmund fans or their PA fans that say they deserve it.
Oh yeah, the salty sauce. Yeah.
My friend's an
Well, that's the
Arsenal
thing.
fan.
Well, sending my best
good.
wishes.
Showed me on Sunset Watch.
But
Tell
oh
him to enjoy
god,
the championship.
But yeah, I just think with the Lewandowski thing, I think realistically, people are just. It's almost like they're just worried about having to give it over to someone who isn't Ronaldo or Messi. I think they just don't realise that that era is kind of finishing, and like Lewandowski deserved it. Lewandowski deserved it.
Luka Modric got it.
Watford have sacked their manager.
Luka Modric got it.
What?
Oh, they've sacked
Watford
him.
have
Yeah,
just
there was
sacked their
news
manager.
about
How the
that.
hell did he get Ballon d'Or?
There was news
What?
about that because they lost 2-0 to Huddersfield today, who are capped.
Yep.
They've sacked another
Yeah.
bloody manager.
By the way, that was
yeah,
Big O
yeah.
giving that breaking news. So maybe we should implement a Big O breaking news segment every week. If there's some breaking news on the stream, we'll put it there. Asian Gamer, what?
Breaking news with Mr. O'Coyle.
Big old big.
Asian Gamer, thanks for joining, mate. Appreciate it. It says Middlesbrough versus Arsenal is going to happen in the league, and it's not going to be because of Middlesbrough going down.
Wait.
Well, who knows,
Yeah, very true. Nah.
You could go up this season, though. Could go up this season.
To be honest, in reality, we won't. I know we're only... Well,
Probably not, man.
we're about 10 points off top of the league. By the way, Newcastle have only managed to draw against Fulham. That's a shame, isn't it? Actually,
Big damn shame.
that's not good for Arsenal, because that means they're a point closer. Arsenal
It's
now
not good for
point
Arsenal.
to the relegation zone now. Good for us, though. Right. Middlesbrough versus Arsenal. I think
Guys,
it won't happen, but
honestly,
I'd like to see it happen. We'd get tortured.
I'd take
We'd get
Everton
tortured.
United.
Who?
The
Bellerin?
hand
Sorry?
out the water ball, you can't even do that.
Or Hector
Oh
Bellerin?
god, well.
Oh, we're gonna say I Arteta
wouldn't-
to give out the water
No.
balls, but we couldn't do that. Like,
Nah, who wants the footballer that can't even take a throw in?
tie tonight. Basically, so tied we lose.
Oh, don't talk to
Basically,
me about
we
Ty.
lost
He's the most
'cause,
delusional Arsenal fan ever.
What stupid thing could do?
He's worse than Sifo.
Oh yeah, listen, we've been talking about Sifo, and
Honestly, if I
he hasn't.
I wouldn't be
oh.
mad. He's getting those news.
Why not, mate? Why not? Naveen, thanks for joining, Naveen. Appreciate it. Says Arsenal is trying so hard to be in the bottom three. It seems like they're just. It seems like they're just trying. They're just. I mean, it's a sight to behold, really. It really is a sight to behold. And to be honest with you, I was going to feel sorry for Arsenal, right? But if you look at the way they celebrated after they beat us, that was the last time they won a game in the league.
Yeah.
They've
like
lost or
it
drawn
was
every single league since then. Mental.
By the way,
But
can I
thanks for
ask
joining, Naveen. Appreciate it. Go on, Daz.
Have you heard anything from Zach recently? I've not heard anything from him for the past 6 months.
Do you mean Zach? Zach's Footy World, Zach.
Zach Cutler.
Oh yeah. No, I haven't heard from him in ages. I think he's on Twitter or whatever. But yeah, unfortunately, I haven't been able to get him on YouTube and stuff. But I don't think he has a YouTube channel anymore. I think he might do stuff on Twitch.
I've not heard
I think he might.
anything from him for ages.
Guys.
And I'm like, a bit worried at one point because I'm like, well,
Guys,
it's been a long while.
Yeah, true. Go on, Adam.
live on Insta at 1.
Oh, you're going live at 1 for the American football game.
Listen,
Well, I won't be joining. I'll be asleep.
yeah,
No, go on, Adam.
that's fine. Listen, remember when I said we were the New York Knicks of football?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I haven't got a clue because I don't watch NFL.
Arsenal literally the New York Knicks of football.
Well, Arsenal aren't even.
That's NBA.
They're not even an. They're not even an NBA team. They're like a college. They're like a college team. Rich says they're dropping like a stone. 100%.
Good.
Yeah, I almost feel. As I said, I almost feel bad. But as I said, the way they danced, and they acted like they just won the league. Well, that's exactly. The only thing you can look at is the fact that such a big club has kind of come down so far. It's to see the kind of fall of such a big club. It's a little bit sad, but at the same time, you look at the way they celebrate against such, and you just think, this is what you deserve. This is what you effing deserve. Naveen says Arsenal has no proper wingers and creative ones on the flanks. Signing William was a mistake.
Never gets played these days, does he?
Well, I think some Man United fans probably say that he shouldn't get played.
Yeah. By the way,
Oh.
it has just come up saying Vladimir Ivic has been sacked.
Oh, Daz.
I think that's like 5 managers in the year.
Wow, yeah, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, go on, Adam. Sorry.
This has turned into more of a footy talk rather than a United Leeds thing.
I'm just going to be taking some.
Right.
Kieran.
Yeah, Adam, go on.
When you charge your phone, and then 5 seconds later it says not charging.
Yeah, that mate. I'll tell you. Out of all the, out of all the first world problems in the world, that is the worst. That is the worst. Trust me. Naveen says thoughts on Moses Caicedo. We actually had Kobe saying Moses Caicedo as well. Ecuadorian, sending CDM, 19 years old, 5'10". Watched his videos, looked like a Wan-Bissaka brother in midfield. I'll tell you what, if he plays with his feet like Wan-Bissaka does, we might be in trouble. But I mean, I haven't seen him. As I said to Kobe, I haven't really seen him. I'm gonna have to watch some stuff on YouTube. So unfortunately, I'm not the guy to talk to you about that. If there is anyone who knows, help my guy Naveen out in the chat. Yeah, same. But I mean, I've heard the rumours. I just haven't really seen him play. Rich says, "Don't feel bad for them. Remember how they celebrated 100%. That's what I'm thinking. That's my thinking. And also, Dow Asian Gamer says apparently Zach quit Twitch and YouTube, and he's only on Twitter now. So he's still about, but he's only on Twitter apparently. So there you go. I don't know why. But yeah, that seems to be the case. But at least he's still around. That's all.
Didn't he have GCSEs or something this year? Or was it last year?
I think he was doing his GCSEs last year. I think.
They're not long.
I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure. Oh yeah. I didn't realise he was walking by in there. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do Twitch. To be honest with you, I'm not sure.
Nah.
To be honest with you, I mean,
to be fair, I don't think I'm that good at games.
I do enough anyway.
Well, the thing is that if I was like, the problem is I don't really have like, I would play like FIFA or whatever, but A, I don't have like a new Xbox, and B, I don't have a capture card, so I can't really like do any of that stuff right now, and also my computer's not good enough to stream. You
don't really need a new Xbox.
Yeah, true.
Is an Elgato. That's all you need is an Elgato.
Just play on PC.
Yeah, but my computer's not good enough, mate.
You'd have to buy the game though.
I'm thinking
there it is, back.
You'd have to pay another 90 quid.
We've got 12, mate. Look at that, 12. Other chocolates are available.
Oh, don't. Yeah, that's. We're not allowed to advertise that.
Give us a 12.
I'm not.
Give us a 12.
Darryl says, "Give us a 12." Give us a 12. That's good. That's good. I rate that.
How many have you had tonight then?
Oh, for God's sake! There you go. Thank you very much, Joey. That's that. Unfortunately, when he's not at uni, where we live right here, we can't even get deliveries, so you can't get McDonald's. But anyway, Naveen says 2 years for Ole as of today. Thoughts on him? For me, he brought the attacking football back, and one centre back in DM will change everything for him. Well, the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer debate has obviously been raging on ever since he took the job. Obviously, with the position we're in right now, I think some people might be trying to change their mind, but you know, there are still some flaws there. There are still some things which are up in the air with Ole. I think his substitutions need to improve, in my opinion. I think just general decision making in games sometimes. But before I get to your score predictions, guys, I'll ask you about Solskjaer, because obviously Naveen brought up the comment. Yeah, Adam, I'll let you go first. Adam, what are your thoughts on Solskjaer's first 2 years in charge?
Yeah. In the air, it's like, alright, so it's sort of like, how do I explain it? It's like one period it's good, the other it's bad. But you know what I don't get with that straight face me.
I think your connection's wonky, mate.
Yeah, sorry, I think you're cutting out a little bit.
Just checking the table. Is that
Kobe said he's still only in. Still only in. Fair play, Kobe.
Will agreed. Because if you look at the table, I don't know if Tottenham have played yet. But I'm just pulling it up now.
Who are they against?
If we... Oh no, Everton are top or second.
Yeah, they've just won against Banter.
But if we win, Kieran looks like he's done with.
No, I'm listening, mate. Don't worry, I'm listening. I think your connection's cutting out a little bit. Don't worry, it's just my listening face. Trust me. I'm not drunk or anything. Trust me.
Damn it!
Carry on, Adam. Sorry.
No. Hold up. Let me see if I can. Is there any way I can turn? I'll see if this works. This is the table right now. We're currently 7.
You've got
Hold on, I can put you. I can do this. Look at them. Look at that magic. Look at that magic. I can put it right on the thing.
If we win against Leeds, we'll be 26.
Yeah, you've got it. You had it sideways.
Tied second with Everton.
Hey, and what there is? Well, obviously, you know. That's true. Well, that's why you got to get Android, mate. You got to get Android. But listen, Dazza, what are your thoughts on Ollie then?
I don't think he's been too bad. I just think, you know, he's been tactically inept quite a lot. Of course, when he first came in, and obviously, you know, it brought me a bit of flashbacks of when he was at Cardiff, and I was like, it might not go particularly too well. I mean, I knew he'd be okay as an interim manager because he wouldn't feel that much pressure, and he was good as an interim manager. But he was given the full wall a bit. The permanent job. Sorry, don't know what the hell I'm on about. He was given the permanent job about way too early in March, and then obviously when that happened, he felt more pressure. We just went completely downhill.
Should have waited till the end of the season.
But we still managed to.
But realistically.
Yep. Right. Yeah. But we still managed to crawl it back, and.
Oh, sorry, I'm just.
We ended up finishing. We finished in Champions League place. He got us the win against PSG, which, to be honest with you, had we had Jose Mourinho in charge, we probably would have lost about 4 or 5 on aggregate.
Yeah, true.
The Barcelona, when we lost 4-0 on aggregate against Barca, I mean, there was not much we could really do about that because Barcelona just Barcelona at the end of the day. But no, we had a good run in Champions League. We got further in Champions League with Ollie.
Like, not this
we got to the quarterfinals. So we got further in Champions League with Ollie than we actually did with David Moyes, you know, and our other managers. But it hasn't been a particularly successful one. Although we finished top 4, which is, I'd say, the very least, which still hasn't been particularly great because we haven't, we haven't succeeded in half of the competitions that we'd expect to win. You know, we didn't win the League Cup, didn't win the league, didn't win the Europa League, sorry, and we didn't win the FA Cup, and now we're back in the Europa League, up against the current La Liga leaders. We're screwed. We're going to be screwed for the next couple of.
No, Atletico.
So. Atletico must. Oh, yeah, they had a game in hand, but still, they were the league leaders at the time. But you know, David Silva will probably get one over us. You know what they're like.
He's got a good record at Old Trafford and against Man United.
We're going to be in for, I'd say, a long end of the season. I don't see us getting past Real Sociedad, in fairness. Even though people think it's going to be an easy draw, not a chance. I don't think we're getting past them.
Is anyone going to?
And if we are going to get past them, it'll be because of a penalty, probably. Because of the home record after time.
Do you think we're getting knocked out?
Yeah. Do you really see us beating Wales Sociedad? Porto, the Nacho Monreal, former Arsenal player, former City player, and David Silva. Oyarzabal as well, I think, still plays for them. They have a good team. They have a really good team. So if anyone thinks we're getting through, I'd like a valid reason as to why, because we don't stand that much chance, in fairness. So we're not going to win the Europa League anyway, because we'll probably get a tougher team next week if we do get through.
Guys,
so we're not winning the Europa League.
is anyone going to be
So I
on
will only
my stream
hope.
tonight?
Hang on. The only thing we're
anyone
going to
gonna
win
watch?
this season, if we're lucky, well, I won't be. I'll be in bed. The only thing we're probably going to win this season, if we do, is the League Cup, because I don't see us winning the league. We're not title contenders, even though we're only a few points off. We're not going to be title contenders. And the FA Cup, I mean,
Pogba's only playing.
I know.
Like
I
that,
think
so
we're
he can
still.
get
I know.
moved.
Well, we haven't even played a game in the FA Cup yet. We should get. I mean, realistically, we should get through to round 4 at the very least. But we come up against a team like Man City, Liverpool, or something like that. We're screwed. Simple as that, because we don't do well against the big 6 teams. So
obviously,
League Cup is all we're going to get.
in the League Cup we play obviously Everton in midweek. We play Everton midweek. Adam, wait, what do you want to say, Adam? Sorry, it will be, yeah. So what you say, Adam?
I'm off now. I couldn't join on your 3, but I'll just give my score prediction now.
Oh yeah, go on. Sorry, yeah, go on.
Hard. I think it'll be 2-1 United. 2-1 United.
I mean, that would do, to be honest.
Bruno and
Yeah.
Rafa.
I only see us score one goal. I can only see us score one goal though. I don't know why.
I'll take that all day long, to be honest with you, Adam. Yeah, I think if we, I mean, any sort of win, as we've talked about on this channel many times going into games, any sort of win, will do. But yeah, Adam, thanks for coming on, mate. Appreciate it. And yeah, make sure to check out your live stream, and you can plug it in the live chat, whatever. Check out Adam Talk Sport. I'll see if I'm not sure if I'm going to be up, because obviously it depends on just like how tired I am. I don't know as of yet how tired I'm going to be, but if I am up, I'll be in the live chats. And if you are a fan of American football and that, make sure you check it out.
It's because my mum's letting me.
Oh, right.
All right, fair. Well, there you go. I mean, to be fair, at least you've got your parents' blessing. But yeah, see you later, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. And 2-1 United. I'll take that all day long, mate. All day long.
Yeah.
We'll go through a few comments now. As we said, Iron Man says he predicts 5-0 United. Pogba is a virus, but we have a vaccine. Play as he wants. To be fair, Pogba against Leeds. No, Pogba against Sheffield wasn't actually that bad. Wasn't actually that bad. Brit said he managed to stream for an hour last night without a certain name being made.
Someone in my live chat said I was clueless for saying Paul Pogba wasn't that bad. He thought Pogba deserved a bloody 3. And I said,
yeah, Pogba was decent. Yeah. Well, I mean, that third goal.
Like a 4-3. I was like,
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, that third goal, as Naveen says, that third team goal for Sheffield is just crazy. And that is Ollie's football. Quick touches, finding space and Rashford pace. If defensive solid, will last longer. Exactly. What? And also, as you mentioned, Dazza, why does it take us to go behind to start playing that way? It's frustrating. And if we do that against Leeds, we're going to get punished for it. We're going to get punished.
Oh, yeah, we'll get beat. We'll get beat if we do that. Cause I don't know why we don't just, attack from the off. In the Champions League, in the home games against Leipzig, PSG, and well, not PSG, sorry, because we lost to PSG, but against Leipzig and Istanbul was actually here. We were attacking from the off. Why can't we do it in the Prem? I don't see. I can't think of any reason why you can't do, as Mark Goldberg says, the 6-minute abs at least, where you literally just attack for the first 6 minutes. We're going to have to be breaking, we're going to have to be breaking these down. We're going to be attacking from the off, because if we don't do that and we end up conceding early, as you said, they'll punish us.
Yeah,
But
listen, I mean,
at the same
yeah.
time, Leeds have an inexistent defence. Their defence is hopeless. I think they've conceded more goals than they've actually scored. So
They have. Yeah, I looked it up before the stream actually. Yeah, they have. But this is the thing. That's why I feel like Leeds, the way they plays into our hands, and it's just the only thing we need to get over is our poor home form. If we can get over that, we should win the game. Because I don't know if it's just a psychological thing. I don't know what it is. But it was Poch apparently. Rich said, not Pogba. But yeah, Pochettino obviously. I mean, to be fair, we haven't talked about Poch much, to be honest, recently because we've been doing quite well. But I'm sure if we go on another bad run of form, his name will get mentioned a lot more. Yeah, Iman agrees.
Even when we've been on a good form.
Yeah, true.
Even one good form.
Yeah, well, and Iman says Leeds United playing style is how we want, as we mentioned. Naveen says Man United. Naveen says Man United should concede the first goal in the Leeds game and then we'll win. Maybe that's the best way to go. Maybe Naveen's got the code. Just concede the first goal and then react from it. Maybe if we're going to do that, just kick the ball in our own net. 5 minutes into the game and then just start playing from there. We may as well do that.
The thing is, we don't do that at home. We do that away.
Yeah.
We can't do it at home. We do it away. So if we do that at home, we win for a long evening. Put it that way.
I mean, if we play poor defensively, we're definitely in for a long evening. But I'm gonna. Last thing I'm gonna ask before I ask your score prediction, then we will wrap it up. Rich says, do you think the defenders take it in turns to make a mistake? The question of the night. That, but I mean, it's funny because it's true. It's funny because it's true. I mean, Harry Maguire is Harry Maguire 1 week. Is Lindelof the next? It's Luke Shaw the next. Tellez the next.
It's a team performance, though. It's a team game. We can't it can't just be all based on one individual. I know people make individual mistakes, and it happens. It does. It just happens too much with our central defence because our central defence is about as good as Arsenal, with the exception of David Luiz. Put it that way, but I don't know. But that does seem to be the case, doesn't it? It's like, right, I could just imagine Ole Gunnar Solskjaer saying, right, this week it's Lindelof's turn to pass it to the wrong player. Next week it'll be Maguire's turn to pass it back to the keeper and kick it in his own net. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Come on.
Yeah, I know. It's just one. I mean, as we mentioned, if we can actually stop the mistakes and defend well, not even just in this game, but for the rest of the season, we'll be up there. There's no doubt we'll be up there, no doubt. A few more comments before we get Daryl's score prediction. Naveen says Leeds presses and has pace. Big test for our defenders. Yep, totally agree, Naveen. Totally agree with you. Kobe says Leeds play B-Tech Tiki-Taka. Well, we'll see if it's B-Tech or not at Old Trafford tomorrow because they've been doing all right with it so far, but the one thing they don't have is a strong defence like Barcelona had. That's what Barcelona had. They had the base of a strong. They had a strong base with like PK and Dani Alves and those lot. That when they did get attacked on, they had world class defenders. True, yeah, we are going back a little bit, but still. Dazza, we'll come to you then. Kobe says, what if it's a 0-0? I hope it's not a 0-0, and I think it will be high scoring. Do you think it'll be high scoring, Dazza? What is your score prediction?
No, I don't think it'll be high scoring. I think it'll be one of them games where it won't be the first goal wins it, but I think if it's going to be decided, it'll be decided by one goal. I just see it, but I think this game's got a draw written all over it. In fairness, I can't see us winning the game for some daft reason. I don't see why. I just don't know why. I just don't have that confidence in the United squad, especially at home. But apart from that, away from home are good. Leeds, Home and away are decent. I'd say away from home they're decent. Probably a lot better than the are at home, actually. At their dump yard. When they come to Old Trafford, it's a cup final basically for them. They're going to come, fired up and ready for it. So I think this game has a draw all over. 1-1 I'm going for.
1-1. 1-1 says...
Be a pen, probably.
Yeah. Well, that would be typical. That would be absolutely typical. Naveen goes with a 2-1 win. With the form we have, we'll surely score, but Leeds won't stick back. We've got good form away from home, but it's our home form. Yeah, I was going to say, took the words out of my mouth, Daz. Took the words right out of my mouth. Great minds think alike, as they say.
Think alike, yeah.
Yeah. That was brilliant. Kobe goes with 3-1 United. I love that confidence, Kobe. I love it. And I'll take that. I'd take a 1-0 win in the 95th minute, to be honest. Anything will do. And finally, Naveen says Cavani is also back. He can play. Martial, Rashford, Greenwood, all available. So we've got all our attacking options available. It's just about whether we're clinical in front of goal. Obviously, Dazza goes...
If I'm being honest, I think it'll be... I wouldn't be surprised if all four play. If he goes for the 4-4-2, but the thing is, if he's going to go 4-4-2, it'd be the diamond, so it wouldn't work out as I thought. So he'll either play 2 up top or he'll play 3 up top. It'll be 1-2 really. I think with all the rumours that's been going on, the fact that he's been charged, I think Cavani will be on the bench.
Yeah, true. That could play a part. To be fair. But we'll see what Ole does, especially with the fact Cavani's coming back from injury as well. So I'm not sure if he's going to be started. But he's not a bad impact, as we saw against Southampton. Came on, scored 2 goals, won the game. So he's not a bad impact sub. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much to everyone who has been watching. Really do appreciate it. Thank you to Daryl for coming on, as always. Please do check out Dazza's Football Stand if you haven't already. Great stuff over there. And make sure to check out Rich Sports and any of the other channels that I mentioned on the stream. Leave a like if you aren't already. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new around here. And also, if you're watching as a video, thank you very much for getting this far. Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Dal, for coming on, mate. Appreciate it as always. And we'll see you after the game tomorrow, lads. We'll see you after the game.